Hello, this is a game from Foxxy that was pretty much a roller coaster, but Black managed to win by 11 points after lots of interesting captures and trades. So Black killed the top right, the lower side. White managed to capture some stones in the center. This one, the last group, looks like a grape formation. But overall, it seems that Black captured more stones and that gave him the win eventually. So let's see, lots of interesting tactics to go over this game. So we have this kind of opening, parallel Fuseki with several Komokus, and white plays Q3 facing the top right corner, so black is very happy to attack coming from that side. Well, this is questionable, but even professionals are playing this Q3 instead of playing R4, but that's because they are more comfortable with the Josekis that follow. So against a move like R5, white can already think about the pincer at Q8, or simply attack the top left corner or the top right corner and start a very fighting game right on. So white played very calm, prevents the being pressed down at p4, which already looks like a good exchange for black. And now black can play in the top left corner c14, for example. Also, black can play the Shimari at o16, but of course it's nothing wrong to play r8, which is the game move. But with this r8, in general, like maybe 75% of the time, black takes the extension to make a base. But if the stone anyway is back up by r16 corner, black can play a Shimari in the top left, and when white goes r8, black can still fight or just leave it as bait. So many times when you don't take the extension at r8, white is going to be tempted to take it quite early. So you can go out here, which is the AI style, to fight right away and prevent being surrounded, or you can just sacrifice all the way. So play, for example, p17, and when white covers, there is still some margin in the corner. Later on, black can consider r3 or s3, but for now, you just leave it and grab another big point, like approach a corner, san, or invade the bottom side, or approach the right side, and later use the edge of this r5. Now, if white plays another move, white already invested 5 moves to capture that r5, and in the meantime, black spread the stones all over the place. So you can also consider not taking the extension, which is most of the time a good move, but if you don't play it, it's not such a big deal. I mean, you can get other big points elsewhere. So that's a way of trying to judge the Fuseki, or let's say a way of thinking in Fuseki to give some bait to your opponent in order to grab other big points. Now here, if white wants to play a shoulder hit, should be q6, and then either continue q7 or attach, or just leave it like this. But this is a bit hasty because white has the option to play r4, or white has the option to invade r10 and allow this slide. White doesn't have to decide right now, but playing q7, this is actually kind of a thank you combination for black. Black will just protect, and now when white plays q5, black should just go in the corner. So for black here, the concern is not to allow the ponuki. I mean, if black plays here, for example, for white it's very comfortable to play r5, which is going to force black descent. Otherwise, white will capture the stone, and now the two stones, they need a base. So this is the key point, obviously, in the corner, r4, and black should take it right away. If black plays r4, white needs to go r3 to keep the corner safe, but black can already leave the position like this and take the big point in the top left. Now, in Fuseki in general, it's a battle of how to capture or how to take the big points before your opponent does. That's why you always struggle to take sente. Now, if you play the wedge, which most of the time it's a good move because it creates some cutting points, in this case, it only creates one cutting point at p7, and that shouldn't be such a big bother for white, because white can play r4, which is a big point, and when black cuts, white just extends. That stone, it's really not that significant because it's a Kikashi. Also, white can leave the position like this, being happy that he took sente, and attack the top left. So now when black plays r4, it's already somewhat slow because black already took gote once. And now if white connects and black, for example, plays this cut and he tries to cut p3, this doesn't work. So white is safe. Also, if black cuts or goes for a capture on the right, white can play Atari and keep sent again to grab another big point. So in general, a shape that most of the time it's okay, like this kind of wedge. I mean, if we compare this wedge with a situation where black has, for example, a star point. So let's go back a few moves. We have this position, then this, then we have this kind of thing. So many times it happens for black to play this move, white answers, black plays here, white plays the wedge, Atari connect, and this wedge makes sense because it creates cutting points into black's formation. But on the right side, the position, it's a bit different, so you don't have to play the same kind of reflex sequence. Therefore, the key point was R4. Very important to remember and stress that vital point. So white connected, which is quite slack. Now black can still take the big point in the corner, but black invaded the bottom, which is also good because now this move creates MI. So when white extends here, black approaches the corner and is going to fix the group like this and then attach like that to make white over concentrated. So white can attack from L3, but white can also use this G3 if he's confident to use the wall later. Even though playing L3, it's giving an extension or making an extension from a wall, and then black becomes a little bit over concentrated in this shape. So white also induces the defense of the lower left corner. So now black extends 2 space for a base. That's very good. This move is a bit greedy because it leaves the sun invasion, which is going to lead to a ko. So for white to secure this corner, white should play c5. But he doesn't have to worry right now. I mean, at this stage it's important to play c15, and then it's important to attack the top right to spread the stones all over the board, or extend back to the left side like this or like this. The old school way is to jump 3 space, or even something around d10 to set up a big moyo. So playing here, it's between moves. It's trying to build a lot in the corner, but it's not going to conquer the entire left side. So black plays a peep. That's very good because white shape is heavy now. Then slide in the corner. This is another big point. It's taking away the vital point of r4 for white. And this bump, it's actually a move that white played without reading. Maybe white was hoping black will pull back and he secures the corner, but black can step ahead. So it doesn't really work for white to play this r3. White can try s2, and then when black pulls back, white pulls back also. And if black goes up, white connects this way. If black cuts, white can cut too. Then black needs to leave in the corner, which is quite painful. And this way, white managed to damage the right side, and in the meantime also got some I shape. So now white can go on a counter attack. Therefore, it's much better for white to play s2, or don't play anything. Simply jump out between the groups and press a little bit this m3 to make I shape in the center, or simply leave it. This wall is not so easy to attack. For example, if white plays here and black goes o3, white can still play here, here, and jump out, or jump directly. So white is looking for I shape, but in the end his formation is very over concentrated. Now the key point, it should be o3, and it's a very proper I formation. This way black got a few forcing moves, and this feels good. Even the push, it's powerful. Well, black can jump out like that, or even tenuki, because on the turn you will play like this and the group is fine. But this push is actually good, makes black strong, and there's an Atari coming up from n6, which is painful. So normally white should go out again, and then black can fight in the corner. But when black invades the corner, this is going to be a co-fight. And being so early in the game, the only co-threat black has is Atari here, then capture. But now white doesn't really have a threat. I mean, if white plays here, black can capture, white goes down, you can give up a stone and fly out, because you already damage a lot in the corner. But okay, this invasion can wait, not too long, because now white took it, so there is no more sun invasion. But overall this was slow for white, because white got the 2 extensions and then come back for the corner, so black can still grab a big point. And on the left side, it's slightly better to play c14 now that white has a stone at c7, because when white comes all the way at c12, you can just ignore and extend in the top. But being on the 4th line, when white approaches c12, usually you need to double up like this, or secure the corner with b14 or b13, and this makes the c12 exchange a center move, this kind of approach, and now white can enter the top side. So it would be a little bit better to play d14, but it's also okay. I mean, in general, that's an absolute good move. The bots are playing it a lot, and it's really trendy, regardless the fact that white has a stone at c7 or not. Now this attack is good, but it's good enough to make another shimari, because if white extends towards the top left corner, you have time to extend here. If he extends to the right, you don't care much. You also extend to the right also for the moya on the right side. But when you play a move like L17, you push white towards the corner, but then you gotta come back and make a shimari. This will look good actually, because if you take the shimari right away, like this, white can extend to the right. He doesn't extend towards the left, but this is also fine because now you can play here, and when white goes this way, you go on the right side. If white invades the right side somehow, then you can attack from the top. So anyway, you will grab 2 out of 3 big points here in the top. So taking the shimari, it's an option, and taking the shimari after white extends, it's fine too. I mean, playing this kind of move or even another I2 space shimari should be okay. If white invades the corner, you can let him do that, because what happens, he's hurting the 2 stones on top. I guess he doesn't want that. So with this bump, you're securing the corner, no more sun invasion, but normally the next move to secure is this one. This whole game awards too, even though it leaves some agi, and here was the first fight where black should take some more profit. Yeah, first of all, white doesn't have to go out. White should Atari from behind and Atari again, and then play something like a hanging connection to separate the c11 from the top left. When white played here, this is excellent for black. Black shouldn't Atari from below, but Atari from above, because when white goes down, black can extract this stone. If white plays here, Atari once, then capture everything. Or push again, and it's pretty much the same thing. Black is in big trouble in the top. White is in trouble in the top. Now, if white plays here, you just Atari and ladder the 3 stones down. So that's a disaster. You should Atari and don't continue with another Atari and Atari, but extract the stone and kill those guys. Either the one on the left side or the 3 in the corner. So playing Atari here, now black is supposed to connect the corner, in which case white will Atari and escape here. Now when black extends like this, white can cut the top. This is also possible. Sacrifice the 2 stones. This is all forced. But then you kind of need to come back at c13, because there's a lot of agi in the corner. So for example, if you play here, white goes down, then Atari, jump, and now the liberties seem to be... Oh, it's tuck. Throw in, push, block, push again. Oh, this is still okay for black, but lots of moves to play inside. Yeah, there is agi, but that's okay. So anyway, when white cuts, it's good to sacrifice the 2 stones in the top, and to get rid of the agi, play an Atari here or Atari here. So this is already pretty good for white locally, but what happened in the actual game was even better, because white managed to capture the top stones on a larger scale and more. Instead of taking 2 stones, he took 3 stones. So normally here, if black just captured this, white has to go down and leave the position like that. And if black plays Atari from the left, white goes down, black protects, white has a double Atari here, and then white doesn't have to play in the corner, but black can go down still and Atari from behind. So what happened in the game, black just lost more points, because now white turns and kills 3 stones and more surrounding territory. So here black got a little bit tricked, also because c11 is too close to the thick formation. So now jump out. It's still better to put more emphasis on the corner, so p16 takes the shimari, because playing the jump, white can go inside with a move like this, and then when you cover, he can slide, push, and go out, and damages more. Peep. Possible too. Oh, that's a nice idea to play this Tsuke, very good. White should pull back. Black still needs to connect like this, or a bump. But the shape is much better for black than simply connecting solid. And then white has to approach the corner, come out, and fly into the center. make some sabaki. So this way black connects, and now m16 is weak. Hane was okay, leave the position like this. Very good to kick at q17 and start attacking these stones. And instead of this move, should take away the base in the top, n17. Because white will probably try to escape this way, and black will build very natural the right side while attacking the top. And white is actually running on neutral points. Anyway, playing a move like this doesn't really connect so well to r8, so white can still break the line around this area at q11, q10. So the nice move for black should be on the right side, just q11 to connect the border, so to make these stones work together. Therefore, it's more interesting to jump or attack from the top, because when white plays moves like this, black will build the right side in a natural way. So this, he comes in. Black wants to surround that stone with this kind of move. So for this reason, it's good to attack severe the top side. But now I guess white will jump between the stones, then you need a Keima. White will come out again. You need to jump out here. White will go out again and again, but then eventually swallow the stone on the right side. So it's a good idea to prepare the attack a little bit. Come out with this jump, it's nice too. And then next, when white defends like that, you surround the top. Just Kosumi. If white goes out, then you surround the right side. Yeah, this is good too. Push fine, pull back, Hane. But this push is not necessary. It's more interesting to play a Keima, and when white turns, black will get ahead. White will push again from behind, get ahead, push along, then jump to the left, and now catch the right side. So a move like this is more flexible, and you're trying to get ahead in the fight. So when turn, you're one step ahead all the time. Like this is some sort of zigzag, but yeah, this is an important point. It surrounds the stone on the right on a very large scale. So it punishes q10 right away. Feels good. The pip is not necessary, because here you have a cutting point. Creates this cut or creates this cut. And therefore you should never touch that. I mean, don't ruin the agi with the pip when you can just jump and leave the cut for later. So this makes white a little stronger. Okay, this is good. White shouldn't bump, just pull back, and then when black pulls back, white has time to protect the middle again. So here black got stronger with the Hane and double Hane. That was a good combination. Atari, Atari again, and catch the stone. Well, it's a bit stronger to play this move, because on the cut you don't worry so much about the center anymore. You have the squeeze. And this stone, it's not that important to capture h1 or j1 right now. Now there is still a cut around here. Yeah, so you need to Atari. Normally you need to Atari from behind and push several times, then reduce like this. That shows some fighting spirit. But black is going to be in trouble soon on the left side. Very difficult to save everything here. Lots of shortage of liberties. Yeah, white can connect. This is all forced. Yeah, finally black connects, but black lost some stones in the middle that he didn't need to lose. Actually, black doesn't even need to create that problem. For example, if black plays here, white goes Atari and captures one stone. Now black is free to play wherever. So let's see, maybe just a one space jump here. So the center is not so impressive. I mean, if white plays moves here, you jump from the middle. If white plays this one, you reduce from the other side. So this was a little bit of an unnecessary fight. And it got expensive. So white got those stones. Now the top is almost dying. And somehow white managed to kill himself in the top. Let's go back a few moves. Yeah, on this move, white should play Atari, push, and bump. And this is all connected. And now continue the attack on the top stones. Slide to take away the base or capture this stone. Playing this way, white got trapped inside. He was trying to kill too much. He got beaten by his own sword somehow. It's better to play here because the group in the top dies anyway. And when you connect like that, he goes Atari, you connect here, it's still an empty triangle. So if you play this empty triangle, it doesn't matter if white goes Atari, because his stones will die inside. So that's more points for black. Oh, he's trying to escape that way. Yeah, completely useless. Wait a second. Do we really need that move? Let's read this out. So let's say black connects here, white plays O19. Black will push, white plays here, Hane, and is dead. Doesn't matter if he tries Atari and everything, not too many liberties in the top. And if he plays this one, then you hit a vital point at O19. So you don't need to play O19 to kill what's already killed. That shows a little bit of lack of reading, or not so accurate, for sure. Now, yeah, black connected. So white doesn't have to give the 4 stones in the top. It's more interesting for white to connect the 4 stones than sacrifice these 3 stones in the center, because in the end, black might even try or have to play a few moves inside. So let's say we have this, and connect somehow. So white has an eye in the top, black has an eye in the top. Black will probably win the semi-eye, but let's see. Atari take, play inside, take away liberty. Yeah, black wins the semi-eye, but in the end, black is forced to play several times inside. So this is called a semidori. Black is losing points to capture the dead group. But playing like this, black is going to capture 4 stones, and that way, black leaves bigger. Oh well, white takes a little tail, but still, black got the whole top side. So anyway, if we go back a few more moves, let's see here. Yeah, instead of that move, if black connects like this, white is dead and black is not going to lose the tail. So this is a clean kill and much more profitable for black than the actual game. So Hanenobi, Atari. And now, tac. Yeah, normally black can play the bamboo. White pushes, black covers. White pushes here, black can push, white captures 2 stones. Ah, but now you still need to play inside. Yeah, this is going to be expensive. Black has to spend some moves inside the top. So the trade that happened in the game was not too bad. But white shouldn't lose the 4 stones. Even though white captured 5 stones in the center, those stones in the top were more expensive. Atarian go out, that's good shape. Uh-oh. White is losing some stones again. White is supposed to make life here. Either descend, block, or just take the eye shape right away. This was dangerous. So black connects. Now it's more interesting to play Atari, give up the 4 stones, and just kill the bottom. Take the vital point and connect back. And this is game over. And black is not losing so many stones in the center. Let's go back a few moves here. Yeah, the push was too much. Should just connect like this and give up 2 stones, in fact. Then kill the bottom. The least expensive trade. Okay, Atari connect, defend. Now the lower side will die. Black can go here first and Atari, but actually this can be played later too. Anyway, good to hit the vital point at P2. But this move is not necessary. The group is dead already. So let's say you play any other move on the board. You block here. If white goes down, you connect underneath, answer everything. That's only 1 eye and there is no way to make the 2nd eye. So not necessary to play inside again. This is similar to the top, playing O19 when it wasn't the case. And as a style of killing, even if you play another move, should be O2. But more interesting to play other moves, like connecting here. Okay, now sacrifice. Black turn into a very conservative mode because now black is winning. That's good. That's fine too. Okay. Yeah, that's important. Uh-huh. Here, black should take the stone, and when white Atari, black leaves the position like this, then white takes 2 stones, black takes 1 back, and it's all center. It's too conservative to capture like that. I mean to connect. Must capture first. And on this Atari, just leave it. You can play whichever. But capturing a stone here is good. So 2 stones, take 1 back. Like that, white made more profit. Oh, white had to block. But it doesn't matter. White is losing already. So yeah, everything's center. And now it's done. Yeah, actually it was a good idea to make some eye shape. But this move is not necessary. Because if you play, for example, you just say pass. Let's see, like this. And white takes L19. You can make twice like that. And when white plays here, you play here. But okay, being Chinese rules on Foxxy, with the pass it's always tricky. So fine to play the last few moves. Oh, interesting what happened here. First of all, when white goes down, black can play M1, and on this move Atari connect, then connect, or leave it, because even if he takes 3 stones, so let's say we pass again, he takes 3 stones, you pass again, he captures, and now you kill. So this was slightly dangerous at the end. And now black can play this move. When white pulls back, black keeps twice. If white Atari, take 2 stones. So it's really important to work on the Tsumego. It also works to play Atari. I mean, capture the 3 stones, and then when white goes Atari itself, Atari capture everything. Well, same idea here with P1. When white plays this move, capture all. Well done on the win. Nice comeback, and it's good for the moral after losing many games to win one, which was quite spectacular. Enjoy the review.